Charmaine is a registered psychotherapist, career counselor, and founder of the Village Creative Healing Community, supporting career and mental health through creative play. With over 20 years of experience, she helps professionals achieve success while promoting overall wellness. Thanks so much for joining me today, Charmaine.
Thanks for having me, Ilya. It's really great to be here.
Thank you. Charmaine, could you let us know how can creative play and art therapy help tech professionals and entrepreneurs to find relief from depression?
Yeah, it's actually a great way to find some relief from depression and anxiety. We already know that there's a lot of therapeutic ways that people can do it. So, getting counseling, for instance, is one way that is very helpful. But not everybody is always open to getting counseling. Not everybody can afford to get counseling. And I work a lot of times with racialized communities, and many of them, there's stigma against getting counseling. So, one of the things that I have found over my years of working is that kind of getting into creative play is actually very helpful for people. That's actually how I got into this field myself, was just my own creative, pursuits. And I actually found that it was very therapeutic for me in ways. I started to learn things about myself that I wasn't even aware of. And that was just by the act of doing art. So what I've found is it's very helpful for people, especially when you're dealing with your careers. Um, if we think back for when we were children and we were in grade school, we would do art classes and we had the opportunities at that point to create whatever we could create. And it didn't matter what it looked like, we were so proud of ourselves. But as we've kind of grown up and we've gotten into professional worlds, art and play is not something as well received. It's kind of been stripped from our lives. And the beauty of play is that it helps us to be able to be self-expressive. It helps us to take creative risks. It's actually, the birthplace of innovation. So for people like tech professionals, doing something that is creative with art kind of rekindles some of that aspect of us that might have been lost in childhood,
Right.
which allows us to really kind of play. And it's a way of really starting to get yourself feeling a lot calmer. It's a great way to calm your nervous system. A
Right.
lot of times, if you have, things that are going on inside of you and you can't put words to whatever it is, the art is a great way to express this, even if you're not using words. Like just coloring vigorously can sometimes be helpful in getting out some of these pent-up emotions. It's really
Right.
great for things like anxiety. It helps ground us in the present moment, so that our minds are not always racing, thinking about all the stresses that we have in life. And it's something that you can do very easily. So, for tech professionals and any professional who really sits behind a screen, having pencils and colored paper next to you doesn't hurt. If you're in a
Right.
Zoom meeting, if you're feeling a little anxious before a presentation or something, you can take out your colors and you can start coloring, and nobody's even aware of it. I do a lot of that myself. I have colored things that I'm always doing, a bunch of different mandalas. Mandalas are great patterns to use because those repetitive patterns have a
Right.
meditative effect, which can then be very calming, and it then allows you to maybe process things that you were not even necessarily aware of. So that's the beauty of creative play, is it really gives you the opportunity to get out of those stressful moments that you have in your head, kind of get more into your body and find ways of expressing, and maybe even just, sitting with some of those emotions that might be hard for you to express verbally.
Yeah, makes sense. Awesome. Thank you so much, Charmaine.
Mhm.
And now, could you tell us about our upcoming mental wellness workshops and what participant can expect from them?
Yes. So we do have a few workshops coming up again, all around things like the mental wellness. So we have one for anxiety and depression coming up. We also have ones on imposter syndrome and perfectionism, dealing with burnout. So all areas that most professionals usually are dealing with at some point. In this workshop, this is actually going to be more of a relaxing, kind of fun atmosphere for everybody. So you do not have to be an artist to do this. In fact, you know, it's not about the end result, it's the process that we're looking at. So you don't have to be a great artist. I myself am not a great artist, but I can color, right? So that's all you really need to be able to do. So this is an opportunity for you to actually decompress a little bit. What we will be doing in those workshops is a little bit of mindfulness just to kind of get us into a nice relaxed state. And then I'll be guiding you through an art activity that will help you to self-reflect a bit, help you to maybe express yourself a little bit. And you may be surprised to find out that you learned things about yourself that you weren't even aware of. So it's an opportunity for self-discovery as well. Yes, so I'm looking forward to the workshop. I'm hoping that we'll have a lot of people joining us so that we can all kind of heal and express ourselves creatively together.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Charmaine. And everyone, don't forget to sign up for our upcoming workshop. Hope to see you soon.
Yeah, thank you
Thanks.
very much. Hope to see everybody as well.
Take care.
Bye-bye.